Look at this. We've got 1,807 people working together to trade this market in my trading group. We hit that 1,800 number. I want to give a few shout outs to my trading group. CBC, thank you so much. I'm up $13,000 this week. Your group's amazing. I made $47,000 in April because of your setups. This person's up 2,400, 1,500, 647%. This person doubled my money after a phone call that we had just yesterday. This person said, I woke up and I had 73% gains in data. Thank you. I woke up with 58% gains while I was sleeping. Another $1,000. That's $4,000 in 7 days. I've got a cryptocurrency trading group. I've got 6 chat groups where everybody's calling out breakouts, posting charts, working together to trade this market. I've got 41 videos in a playlist. If you don't know anything about trading at all, nothing, you can watch these videos. You'll be making profitable trades. Number one reason why people join my trading group is I post profitable trading setups every single day, and we've been killing it. If you guys want to join the cryptocurrency trading group, you want to pay in crypto, email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. I'll get you set up and in the group today. You pay for 6 months in crypto, you get a 20% discount. You pay for the year in crypto, you get an additional month for free and a 30% discount. If you do want to pay with a card month to month on a monthly basis, you can do so. There's a Patreon link that's in the description. This is Tezos up 72%. You can see here's the setup posted. Here's 52% out of link. Again, bought the breakout down here. Here's the setup. Here's Ethereum, 57% gains out of Ethereum. Here's the setup. Bitcoin Cash broke out 60% gains over time. I want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution. We talk about everything crypto daily. Before we jump into this video, I want to ask you, smash the like button, trying to get a like spike going, 1,000 likes a video. That's the goal. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. I'm going to make sure you're very successful in the cryptocurrency space. I'm going to bring you daily news updates, all the important technical analysis information you need. Please subscribe. Smash that subscribe button. Jumping right into the market today in crypto. Sideways with greenish undertones. Overall market cap of cryptocurrency, $260 billion. Bitcoin at 95.26. This is a Bitcoin daily chart. So the RSI is close to overbought right now. And I want to just kind of show you all these vertical lines here, and there's quite a few. That's where your RSI levels down here reached overbought levels. And you do see pullbacks on all these occasions. Okay, now keep in mind when Bitcoin was running up to 20,000 over here, even though you have a pullback, it's still an uptrend. And so the price does continue higher. So in a situation right here where we are today, your RSI is close to overbought, which a lot of times does call the top of these. Like if you look when we ran up to 14,000, pullback. After that, we ran up to 12,000, pullback. We ran up, this China blockchain pump right here. We had a run up to about 10,500, pullback. So again, we ran up to 10,500, pullback. Here we are again. We had 2 situations where this happened. The upper trend line of this triangle. You have to have a mentality with Bitcoin right now. Say, hey, Bitcoin, you got to show me something different. You've been in this pattern for a period of 2 years. You got to show me. You got to show me, because you see all these wicks, these long wicks on top. Like you get all these blow off tops, these fake outs. We just had one recently. You got to say, hey, Bitcoin, you got to show me. And I'm going to show you this on some lower time frames so you can see it and makes a lot more sense. You also have possible hidden bearish divergence. I think this played out when we ran up to 10,000, pulled back to 8,000. Also pay attention to this idea, golden cross, death cross, possible golden cross coming. So this is the BLX chart from 2015. Again, Bitcoin chart, right? And this is golden cross, death cross, golden cross, same type situation. Does this mean we're going exponentially increasing price, skyrocketing? Not necessarily. However, history doesn't always repeat itself, but it rhymes. But when you get this type of combination, or when we have in the past, we've seen an exponential gain. But more importantly, I want you to notice Bitcoin the entire time is above the 200 simple moving average. So it's important to turn these moving averages on. If you're using Coinage or Tradingview, or you're trading on Binance, make sure your moving averages, and keep an eye on the 200. Okay, it's a good idea to acknowledge that when the price is above the 200 simple, you've got a good sign of an uptrend. If you look, the flip side is this: when the price action's below the 200, you see, Bitcoin ran from 9,000 down to 3,150 here, and then it broke to the upside when Bitcoin ran from 3,150 to 14,000. You see it breaks the 200 simple and kind of things change. Okay, so now here we are. Right now we are above the 200. We're holding that level. So this is a good sign for Bitcoin. But again, it's still, hey, Bitcoin, you got to show me. We need a higher high. We need a high above 10,000 to talk about $12,000, $14,000 Bitcoin. This is zoomed in version, 4-hour chart. We've got this rising channel, rising wedge. Same difference, trades the same. So you see we got our previous high. Now we need the bulls to put in the high above that. Now if this plays out, this target 11,000, that would do that. Okay, and so essentially you've got this descending channel, 68% chance of a break to the upside. And I'm going to show you a shorter time frame chart that's actually breaking out as we speak. So that's good to see. Bitcoin trying to make its way higher. Now, if there is some type of move to the downside bearish target of this is 6,800. So there's always a possibility of bearish scenario. Every situation you need to look at, what's the bullish scenario, what's the bearish scenario. And so I'm gonna zoom in again and give you some better idea on what's happening right now. There it goes. Yes. I posted this in group just a little bit ago. Really this is a bull flag, right? Looking for a move possibly up to 9,800 here, bullish idea. A downside break means 9,150 in the short term. But yeah, boom, Bitcoin breaks to the upside. So good to see this move higher for Bitcoin. So you had a falling wedge on the RSI, and you could go through here and you could draw falling wedges on the RSI and just buy the breakout of these falling wedges on the RSI. And you're going to do pretty well. So if you look here, your falling wedge and lines up right here, you would have bought. Right here is your buy signal. Look, you're up tremendously. Same situation right here. Falling wedge, something like this. Okay. Breaks to the upside. Right here it broke out, right? You would have this move. You just got to find a strategy that works for you. A lot of this stuff, you don't have to be this amazing technical analyst to make a ton of money in this market. You just have to know some basics. I can get you guys up to speed quickly. And a lot of people that have watched this channel on a regular basis for an extended period of time are doing amazing. I love when you guys reach out and say, hey, Chris, this is my experience from your channel. This is what I get from watching you on a daily basis. And it means a lot. It drives me, right? Drives me to continue to make this content on a daily basis, pushes me to, I want to hear you guys. I want to make sure you guys are successful. That's what drives me. I want to give a couple shout outs to my trading group real quick. So this gentleman hit me up and he said, thank you. Again, I've been in your group since 4/12, so about a month. Thank you for your teachings. I'm up $15,000 since I joined your group in a month. This person stated, hey man, it's been a minute. I want to say thank you. I've got your proper start here. Fantastic group. I'll always be a member. I wanted to repay you for the financial freedom. Since July 2019, I've gone from having 0.77 Bitcoin to 22 Bitcoin in just trading. You are an inspiration, man. You are a mentor for sure. This right here tells me we've created something special. This is important because from an overall global perspective, market perspective, traditional market perspective, there needs to be some hope as far as dealing with this panic situation that's going on. And Sorrento Therapeutics, SRNE, on the NASDAQ is up 165%, possibly even more than that. But this is a California-based company, and its scientists have discovered an antibody that can completely block the panic situation. And so shares actually at this point were up 244%. That's crypto numbers. Boom, breakout to the upside. Now, remember that this will help traditional markets, which is tied to Bitcoin. And so that's why this is important. Also, this is also very important. The United States House of Representatives has approved a new package, new stimulus package. Another $3 trillion is going to be pumped into this market. So they want to use $1 trillion to spend on the needs of states and cities. $200 billion is going to go for a fund for employees in critical areas, including health. They're going to increase payments to households to $6,000. They're going to pump the economy again. Question is, now the Senate should consider the document, but Republicans in the upper house are saying they've already announced they're not going to support the new package of measures. Gotta love politics. Everybody trying to take a stand. The United States economy, is this creating this bubble? and this is creating this, a lot of people will say, well, Bitcoin, they're printing all this tether and it's pumping the Bitcoin price. And is that happening here with the economy? The United States is just printing money like it's nothing and giving it away. Now, in the short term, this is going to help traditional markets, I think. This is, it did previously, the first time, this quantitative easing. Potentially, does this keep this bubble afloat? And how long will this last? And it has to be, you have to recognize that this exists, that there's, it's hope. There's a lot of things happening as far as the world moving past this panic situation, which is good. But how is it going to unfold over time? There's going to be some type of retracement, some type of pullback on a global scale as far as this economy goes. How will Bitcoin play a role in this? A lot of people will say, well, Bitcoin is not affected by this, and Bitcoin's going to be a hedge, and people are going to move into Bitcoin. But we have seen traditional markets be pretty correlated to Bitcoin. As the United States pumps trillions into the economy, Bitcoin price is likely to be affected. Right now, Americans are facing an unemployment rate of nearly 15%. So Federal Reserve is essentially undertaking a new wave of quantitative easing that this is unparalleled. There's nothing we can compare this to in history. Some people would say, hey, there's this great recession in 2008 when the Fed bought up $1.2 trillion worth of assets in 4 months as a way to pump fresh capital into the markets. After 2.5 months, right now, today, the Fed has purchased $2.8 trillion worth of assets, twice that amount. One thing's for sure, you got to take profits. You got to lock in profits. If you don't take profits, somebody else is. Imagine this. If you're a holder, Bitcoin goes up to 20,000, then it goes up to 14,000, then it goes up to 10,500. If you're holding through that entire wild ride, you know who is basically taking your profits? Everybody else is taking your profits. Like you're making that, you're not realizing those gains. You're making those profits, but you're not realizing those profits. And that's the difference. You want to realize those profits. But you get to a point where your profits start to compound. And that's real. That's how the rich get richer, right? They're making money while they sleep. They're compounding their profits. So now this is potentially a triangle forming on Bitcoin dominance. If this continues higher, these altcoins are going to bleed. We want the tractor beam to be filled by this price action. So alts will run hard. We'll get a little mini alt cycle when Bitcoin dominance retraces. It breaks to the upside. You see 71% Bitcoin dominance. These altcoins are going to bleed. Bitcoin payments are totally anonymous. We have a lot of new people who watch the channel, and I want to make sure you understand that no, they're about the opposite of totally anonymous. You can track everything about Bitcoin payments. Report shows that Ethereum balances on exchanges are close to all-time highs. Bitcoin withdrawals grew. So it's kind of interesting how balances are down 300,000 Bitcoin since Black Thursday. This is the lowest balance held on exchanges since May 22nd, 2019, about 1 year ago. However, Ethereum balances are basically at all-time highs. Now, these are on exchanges. And so what possibly could explain this, it seems like a lot of users decide to buy Ethereum and wait them and keep them on exchanges before selling. Bitcoin users seem to acquire the Bitcoin and then they store them outside exchanges for long-term investments. So essentially people are trading more Ethereum and that's why they're being held on exchanges. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong tries to pitch Bitcoin to J.K. Rowling. It's the Harry Potter author. And yeah, it didn't really go as planned because it was a fake account. This is not Loomdart, which is actually Loomdart on Twitter. Brian Armstrong came along and said, hey, welcome to crypto. Grab a Coinbase account. When you're ready to use that Bitcoin, don't just hold it. Idea is spend and replenish. You want to, it helps bring volume into the market. If any of this wants, if any altcoin or Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency, if you want it to be a currency, people have to use it, have to spend it, right? Run it through the system. Spend and replenish is the idea here. This is J.K. Rowling. Hey, confirm you. I just bought $100 in Bitcoin. J.K. Rowling, not fake account, right? So Brian Armstrong comes out, CEO of Coinbase, and said, hey, welcome to crypto. I love crypto drama every day. Vechain introduces blockchain-powered medical data management platform for emergency room patients. This is called New Health Life. It's a new medical data management platform. It's now being tested in emergency room settings. It's developed with digital healthcare solutions firm Idante. It's now in use in the emergency department of the Mediterranean Hospital of Cyprus, one of the largest healthcare institutions in the country. This app uses digital healthcare passport and encrypted NFC card that can be distributed to patients. Vechain in the news. All this time, and I noticed how Harry Potter and the Bitcoin white paper were similar. So not only is Craig Wright Satoshi Nakamoto, he also is the real J.K. Rowling, author of Harry Potter. I knew it.